It's an important conversation that we need to have this morning, and we've been joined in the studio by some doctors, and we're having a conversation about malnutrition in children. Yeah, very, very important conversation to be had. And let me introduce our guest to you. We have here Dr. Mantebia Boy. She's the president of the Pediatric Society of Ghana, as well as Dr. Genevieve Inseidu, who's an executive member of the Pediatric Society of Ghana. Ladies, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you all?
Good.
Good to have you here. Now, talk to us about the state of malnutrition among children in Ghana. Any of you can take it.
Okay. So the recent Ghana Demographic Health Survey done in 2022 sampled about 5,000 children across the country and noted that 18% of that 5,000 were short for their age.
Okay.
Were what?
Short.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And then about 12% their weight compared to the age they are was low. About 6%, if you take your height and your weight, it was also not appropriate. And just about 2% were overweight. Okay. Yes. So that's just among 5,000, but you can extrapolate to the whole nation. The story is same.
Now you're talking about the survey that was done. But to put it in context, what is malnutrition? What were they looking for?
Okay.
Yeah.
When we talk about malnutrition, we are talking about bad nutrition. And nutrition essentially encompasses food. Food that you're eating to grow and to become healthy, not just to eat and become full. Okay. So that's nutrition.
I think that's a very important difference. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's nutrition. And then malnutrition, the prefix mal stands for bad or poor. Yeah. So malnutrition is poor nutrition. Okay. And in that you could have undernutrition, which is if they are too small for their age and sex, then the children are undernourished or they have undernutrition. There's also overnutrition where they are eating too much. Yes. Overnutrition where they are eating too much and because of that they are gaining more than they are supposed to gain, which is also a problem. So there you could have overweight and then you could have obesity or when they are like so big. Yeah. And there also we have what we call hidden hunger or the micronutrient deficiencies, where you may have a child who looks fine, the weight may be fine, the height may even be fine, but they have deficiencies of certain micronutrients or small nutrients and minerals in the body. Right. So these are...
Okay. So why is pediatric malnutrition a problem right now?
Okay. So I just gave a briefing about the statistics. But if you take a child who is born today, in 6 months' time, that child is supposed to double his weight. By a year, we should triple the weight. No adult does that. You can't double your weight in 6 months. So there's a lot of growth that happens in the first year of life. And if you take your head as an adult, by age 2 years, you are supposed to achieve about 80% of your adult head size, meaning your brain maturation and all, a lot of it happens in the first years of life. If malnutrition happens and you don't achieve that 80% growth in your brain, it means that cognitively, you may grow as an adult, all that, but your mental capacity, your processing of information, how you do well in school, what job you would get, what skills you can do is all affected. Wow. She talked about over and undernutrition. The overnutrition too, when you're obese as a child, it has long-term consequences. Hypertension, diabetes, even the weight stress on the bones can cause the bones to bend. Okay. Yeah. So there are long-term consequences to malnutrition.
But what are the causes? What are the common causes?
Okay.
All right. The main thing is what you're getting in, but as in the food that you're getting in or the nutrition that the child is getting. However, when we talk about malnutrition in children, we cannot forget the women who bring their children into the world. So women in their productive ages, the reproductive aged women, what is their nutrition like? Because if they are well nourished, then they are also likely to have babies who are well nourished. So we talk about the issue of low birth weight. So if the mother is well and gives birth to a baby who is of good weight, that's good. If mother is unwell or has illnesses or anything that is causing mother to have a baby who is low birth weight, then that can continue. If interventions are not put in early, then the child continues to not gain weight adequately as we would like.
Right.
Again, we talk about exclusive breastfeeding or breastfeeding the baby from within the first hour, baby should have been put to breast. And within the first six months, like you have said, it should be purely breastfeeding alone. Any problem that affects the breastfeeding within this period can tip the child, or the feeding can tip the child into malnutrition or prevent them from gaining weight as they should. Now, the weaning period is another hotspot for these children, because around that time, mothers are trying to find their way around the introduction of their family foods and all that. Some of them do it wrongly, and that impacts the weight gain that the child has. And whatever you are choosing for the child, if you are making the wrong choices in terms of the proteins, in terms of the fruits and vegetables, the carbohydrates, all that, the proportions, if you are having trouble or not getting it right, that can also affect the nutrition of the child poorly.
Okay, now I know you guys are having an event regarding this. Talk to us about that.
Thank you.
All right, so we have our annual general and scientific meeting. This is happening in Ho, 1st to 3rd February. So there will be some training sessions on the first day, which is the Thursday. I mean, at Pediatric Society of Ghana, we don't just talk. We do a lot of work, and we believe that capacity building is really important and a key to enabling the healthcare professionals across the country to do what they can do to intervene. So there'll be trainings on this over there, on even pediatric infectious diseases, epilepsy, and amongst others, but they will also be taken through how to pick up a child who is malnourished, how to intervene. On the Friday, we have the scientific session where we'll have dialogues with key people, the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, all those will be represented, and our other key stakeholders. The media will also be there for us to talk about how we can improve the situation in Ghana. What we are afraid of is that if we don't intervene now or start talking about this now, teaching parents about how to make the right choices regarding their nutrition or the nutrition of their children, come 50 years from now, we will still be talking about Ghana beyond aid and not actually have a Ghana beyond aid. I mean, we have been talking for a long time, and a lot of these advanced countries, what they have actually done to see the difference that they see is intentionality or planning. You know, so they are able to look at the data, look at where they want to get to, and see where they have to plug the hole. So this is a big hole that we have seen, and we think that if we begin to intervene, it will affect all the other things. We will get more productive adults. We'll have less conflicts and less fights because people are not understanding each other, and we'll have more development in the country.
It's amazing how a little problem, or a seemingly little problem like malnutrition, can affect the entire society, you know, negatively if we don't deal with it, you know, at the right time.
Yeah, but can anybody just come into the program?
So
is it free?
So yes.
Let us know about it.
Yes and no, because so we have a registration that has to happen. For the training sessions, there are many slots that we are giving to health professionals for free because we have some of our partners sponsoring those parts. And so there's a registration. On the Friday, people need to register to attend. So
there's actually a link? Yes,
there's a link to register. If you are in the whole area, you want to come and support us, just register and then you can come in, or you can talk to our secretary and then you can come in.
But it's not a paid event?
So, so it's a paid event, but I'm saying that if you really are in the area and you want to come, just talk to our secretary and we'll see what to do.
All right, so it's from the 1st of February to the 3rd of February. All right, okay.
So we've been speaking with Dr. Mantebia Boy. She's the president of the Pediatric Society of Ghana, as well as Dr. Genevieve Inseido, executive member of the same society.